Good morning, everyone. Today we have new section. I think last day we discussed up to slide number 17. Yes, 17. Today we have this slide number 18. I will start from here. We have new section, new part. Okay, it's about expected value. What is that? Expected value. Actually, expected value is also same as mean, your average value. Okay, so here can you see that expected value of x is what? It's equals to mu. Mu means what? You know how to find this parameter, population mean, mu. We discussed last day. If you want to find mean, you need this formula, summation of all x times px values. Okay, so if you know x values and the corresponding px values, you can multiply those two values and you can add them all, then you can get the mean. Mean is also we can call it as expected value. Okay, why we have another name? Because it's okay, but in here the meaning of expected value means we can predict something. Okay, we can get some like we can expect something that will also same as your mean. Okay, so the mean value of the outcomes is expected value of x, or it is equals to mu. This is useful in decision making. Okay, so that's why I told you, if you want to get some like expected value, that means prediction, then we can use this mean. Okay, so that's why it's called expected value. Then there are two ways of finding expected value. Expected value means, or expected net gain. Okay, same names. Okay, so there are two approaches. The first one is account for cost when finding the possible values of x. That means when we are doing examples, we can understand, but I will just tell you what is this. In first approach, we will use the cost also at the same time when we are finding x values, then we will consider about the cost also. In second method, we will just use find our x values and corresponding px values, then we can get the some value. Then finally we will subtract the cost from that value. Okay, there are two methods. In first method we will use cost at the same time, but in second method we will use the cost at the end of our calculation. Okay, but I know you don't know what is cost, what is net gain, but according to some examples, okay, like there are some examples I will tell you. In those examples we are going to use we want to find the gain, what is our final gain, or for that situation we want to use this method. Okay, in there we have some cost also, that's why it says it's about cost. Okay, that means we have to pay something to get something. We have, that means there is a cost, and finally we have some net gain, but to get that output we have to pay something, that is the cost. Okay, so there are two approaches. I will tell you how to do this, how to use these two approaches using two examples. Okay, first example is this. Can you see the board? Yes, clear? Okay. Okay, first read the example carefully. Okay, in here it says 1,000 tickets. Okay, we have 1,000 tickets, and the tickets are sold at $1 each for a television valued at $350. Okay, so this is the example. We have 1,000 tickets. The price of one ticket is $1, and we have a price, maybe only one price we have. It valued $350. Okay, that's the thing. Then what is the expected value of the gain? That means you have to find the mean value of the gain if you purchase one ticket. Okay, if you purchase only one ticket. Okay, so that is the question. Okay, this one, what is the expected gain? But you have to purchase only one ticket. Okay, then I will do using the first approach. Okay, this is the first approach. The first approach is we will count the cost to play when finding the values of x. Okay, we are going to find the x values. Also at the same time we are going to use the cost. Cost is what? $1. Why? Because we have to purchase $1 ticket. Okay, then now think this way. We have 1,000 tickets, and we have to purchase one. That means we have to pay $1. But if we win, then we can get the television. Okay, the value of the television is 350, but you know we have only one chance of winning that game because we have only one prize, but there are 1,000 tickets. So we have very small probability of getting that television. Okay, so suppose I am the winner. There are 1,000 people, but we all have to pay $1 and we will buy the ticket. Then I will be the winner. Then tell me, I can get the prize. So is that the net gain? But I have to pay $1. So the net gain is 349. Okay, so that is the net gain. So that, can you see, when you are finding x value, at the same time you have to think about the cost. It's not just the price. Always you have to subtract the cost. So why I am telling like this? Because you want to find the x values. So for the first x value is what? One x value is the price. Okay, it's 350, but you have to subtract $1 because it's the cost. So the first x value is what? 350 minus 1. I will write it here, but if you want, you can just write the value is through 349. Okay, the first x value. Now I told you already, we have 1,000 tickets. We have only one winner. So we have only one chance to winning that television. So what is the probability of winning? Like, what is the winning probability? You can think, because we have 1,000 tickets, we have only one prize. Yes, 1 or 1,000. Okay, okay. So the very small probability, we have only one chance of winning that prize. Okay, this is the only prize we have. So this is one x value. Well, okay, now rest that all tickets holders will be lose, definitely. So what will be the other x value? They will not have anything. They just pay. Only pay. So the value is $1, but it's negative because we cannot get anything. You have to pay. So it's negative value. Okay, if you pay, it's negative. If you get, it's positive. Okay, so the next x value is -1. That is the price of your ticket. I told you in the beginning, x can be any value. X can be negative, positive, 0, anything. You don't need to think about x. But here you want to know what is your x value. But it can be negative. Okay, so here it's -1. Now, this is the other x value. We have only two x values, the price and the cost only, two values. So what is the probability? According to the probability distribution, you have to think about two requirements. The first requirement, remember, it should be 1. If you add all probability values, it should be 1. According to that, you can think this. What is the other value? Yeah, 999 divided by 1,000. Yeah, there is a big probability of losing the game. It should be, because we have only one prize. So this is the probability distribution. Very simple distribution, but you have to think, okay, if your ticket is $2, then subtract 2. Likewise, here also 2, because it's the price of your ticket. Also, if you have to buy 2 tickets, if you can buy 2, then the probability of winning is 2 over, okay? Likewise, according to the values, these things will be changed, okay? This is not the fixed thing. Okay, now this is the probability distribution. Now you can find mean. You know how to do. How can find mu? It is summation of x times px. So this is the formula. Here we have a small one, so I will just write here. Okay, if you want, you can write another row, and you can get x times px values according to our previous examples. But I wrote the formula, so I will do this way. First x value is 349 multiplied by first probability value, then add second x value times probability value. Okay, now using calculator you can get the final answer. Definitely you can see, definitely this should be negative value. Expected net gain is negative. It's okay, it can be, because it's mean. I told you mean can be any value. X can be any value, mean can be any value. The probability is the only thing. It should be in between 0 and 1, but other values it's okay. Here it's negative value. Negative $point. Here we have to write this way. Negative $0.65. So that is the value answer. Okay. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Actually, I will write this. Okay, the meaning of this value is the average of the losers is 0.65 for each of the 100 ticket holders. That means if you think about the average, you know the meaning of average. So if we consider about each and every person, each and everyone has its probability of losing this much of amount. Original value is -1, like $1, but because of that price, big price, it will be changed. So the average is what? Everyone will lose -0.65. Okay, lose, not gain. So can you see the average is always negative? This is like not gambling, but it's not a good thing. Lotteries are not good thing. They have some plan, but we don't know. If we are lucky, we can get the prize. Otherwise, lot of people, the average means everyone will lose, okay, according to the average value. So that's why they are not good things like gambling or buying tickets. I don't know, it's up to you. Okay, the normal thing is it's not a good thing. We will always lose, like we have to lose. Okay, do you want the meaning? I will write. Okay, here average okay. So this is the meaning, but you don't need to know the meaning. Okay, I will just ask the answer. In the exam, definitely in second test you have this question. Either use this method or next method, this approach or next approach. If you see question, read carefully everything. Read carefully everything. Okay, because there are some very important things. Then first thing, I will definitely ask to construct the probability distribution. So you have to draw this one, then find the mean. It will be your second part. Okay. Now we have, okay, this is I will do this second example using second approach. Okay, what is that? In first one I told you at the same time when you are finding x value, you have to think about the cost. But in the second thing, we will subtract cost at the end. Okay, subtract out cost at the end. So in first, you don't need to think about cost. Just think about the prices, ticket values, that's the thing. Okay. Okay, first read the question. 1000 tickets. Again, we have 1000 tickets are sold at again $1. For each 4 prices, in this time we have 4 prices. Okay, the first price is 100, second one 50, next one to 25, last one $10. We have 4 prices. After each price drawing, the winning ticket is returned to the pool of tickets before the next price drawing. Can you see? It's with replacement, so it's independent. So the meaning of independent is what? The total is always same. We have always 1000 tickets, because every time if we are going to draw in the first place, we have to put our ticket back. We have the number, but we draw all tickets. So in second prize also we have to put everything together. So that means one person have 4 chances. He can get first prize, also second, third or fourth, all prizes, because it is with replacement thing. Okay, so it's independent events. Okay, then the question is, what is the expected value? Expected value means expected of x. That means mean. What? If you purchase 2 tickets, this time we have to buy 2 tickets, not 1, 2. Okay. Now we have 4 prices, and the price of 1 ticket is $1. We have to, according to the example, we have to purchase 2 tickets. Okay. But the thing is, in this approach, don't think about the cost. So you don't need to think about that $1. Don't need to think. Okay. Just think about the prices and the probability of getting that prices. Okay, because those are our x values. Okay, the prices. In first time it's about like television price. Here we have direct prices. Okay, what will be the first value? Tell me any. We have 4 prices. Yeah. Okay, the first x value is 100. Then you know we have 1000 tickets, so definitely out of 1000, what is the probability of winning first prize? 2. We can buy 2 tickets, so we have 2 chances. Okay, so the next one, what is the next prize? It is our next x value. It's 50. Again, we have to in each and every time we have to put back them all. So the total is always same. Okay, so again, out of 1000 chances, how many chances we have? 2. Okay, because we have to buy 2 tickets. Then next price is 25. Again, we have 2 chances out of 1000 chances, because we have 1000 tickets. Then last price is 10. The price is 10. Then again we have 2 chances. Okay. Okay, actually this is the only thing we know, because we cannot think about cost at this time. But the problem is this. Now, if it's a probability distribution, then we have 2 requirements. What is the first one? The total probability value should be 1. Here, is it 1? No. So definitely we don't know x value, but you can think about the rest of the probability value. It should be what? Here it's 8, so 9, 9, 2. Okay, this is the last probability value. But here we don't have any cost. So think we get those tickets by free. Okay, no cost, because we cannot think at this time. So the price is 0. If you put 0 x value on, then only you that is the only value we can put there without any effect. If it's 0, you know, if you multiply this by this by this, there is no meaning of last thing. But if you add them all, it should be 1. That's why in here it says subtract out cost at the end. So when you are calculating the mean, we are going to subtract the cost. But if you want to construct the probability distribution, you cannot add that. Just you have prices. So the last one is the actually the thing is this. Okay, we can think this way Okay. On there are two chances of winning: first prize, second prize, third prize, fourth prize. But there is a big chances of winning nothing. It's okay. It's correct. There we don't need to think. We don't need to pay. It's free tickets. So someone is distributing tickets, so we pick. So we didn't pay anything. That's why there is a 992 divided out of 1000 probability. We have that much of probability of gain nothing. Got it? Nothing. Because we didn't win these prizes, so we didn't get anything. That's why it's 0. Okay, you can think that way. You don't need to think about cost. Tickets are free according to this level. Okay. Okay. So this is the distribution. Now the next thing. So this is the formula to find the expected value. In last one also, okay, actually it's expected value. Here also it's expected value, then it's mu, because according to this expected value is mu. Then summation of x times px. Okay, actually it's easy to write down the values here. If you can draw another row, it's very easy. Now I have to write because I don't have enough space, so I will write. Okay, 100 times 50 . Okay, now what is the value? Final answer. Oh, sorry. Here, this is the thing, but remember, in this point, subtract out cost at the end. So subtract, okay, what is the cost? You have to buy 2 tickets. So the cost is 2. So subtract $2 from these all x times px values. Okay, then you will get the final answer as check. This way. Yeah, in here multiply this by this, this by this, this by this, this by this, this by this. Then finally subtract the cost, because you have to purchase 2 tickets, so it's $2. Actually this method is very easy, because each and every time you don't need to think about the cost. Just pick the prices and the probabilities, because the last one we don't actually, you don't need this probability also. But if I ask to draw the probability distribution, then only you need this value, because if it's a probability distribution, you have to find everything. But to find the mean, actually you don't need to think about this part, it's 0. But normally I will ask the probability distribution also, so you need everything. Okay, so finally subtract 2. Did you get this value? Yes. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is the answer. Now you have, I will not do. Okay, now you have work. If you want, you can do first example using this approach. Check, go home and check, then definitely you will get the same answer. Then do this example using first approach. It's somewhat not difficult, but in there each and every time in this according to first method, in here you will have 98, because you have to subtract the cost. Probability is same. Here you will have 48, here you will have 23, here you will have 8. Then the last one you will have -2. This is same. Then just multiply x times px, then you will get the same value. But here it's easy. Don't need to think about the cost. Just find the prices, then find the probabilities. Then here rest will be 0. You will not getting anything. Like tickets are free, so gain is not negative, just 0. But finally subtract the cost. Okay. Now you have 2 approaches. You can use either first or second. Okay, it's up to you. Definitely you will have an one question in test number 2. Okay, what I have to tell you something. this is our chapter 5. After this chapter, I will give you the next test. Second test is from chapter 4 and chapter 5. Okay. Also, today is the you have to submit quiz before 10. You have to complete, okay, because today is the due date. I gave Wednesday 10, and if I told you also, if you go to Blackboard, you can see the due date also. Okay, so likewise, you have a test. I will tell you in the future, but I just told you, maybe I don't know, no, not next week, maybe the week after next week, because we have to come anyhow. We have to complete this chapter. Okay, until that you will not have test. Okay, next week you have quiz also. It's from next chapter. That means chapter 5. From this chapter, I will ask from the beginning of the chapter 5. Also, I have to tell you something. Maybe you will not have classes on Friday, okay? Because I have some personal things. So I will give you 1 day free. So most probably it will be Wednesday or Friday, but I think it's Friday. So most probably you will not have class on Friday. I will email you, okay? Okay, I want to tell you that also. Okay, now we have another example. Now you have two approaches. You can use either first or second. Okay, first we will read the question. The life insurance company charges a 30-year-old male a premium. Premium of $250. So you have to pay this amount for this much of 1 year life insurance policy. So this is the price. This is the thing you can have, okay? But according to life insurance, if it's a life insurance, you know, without dying, we cannot get the price, okay? So you have to die if you want to get this, okay? So, but each and I don't know if it's, each and every month, I think you have to pay. Normally, you know, if you have car insurance, you have to pay monthly. Yeah, like, I don't know the value, maybe 80 or 100, you have to pay monthly. But if you face into, sorry for this, okay, I have to explain, otherwise you cannot understand. So I don't know if you have some personal experiences, I'm very sorry, but without telling that, how can I explain? Okay, then you can understand. So don't be upset. If normally, if it's about car insurance, you have to pay something every month. But if you face to some accident or something, very small one, think that way, then then only you can get some claim. Otherwise, you have to pay. But it's good if you are a good driver, you will always paying, okay, without getting anything. But it's good. That's the thing you have to do. You have to pay each and every month, but you cannot get anything. That's why that's the way of insurance. But if you have very big thing, then definitely you will cover everything. But I am afraid to tell this, because one time one student emailed me after the class. I am so upset. I was so upset that time. She told me she was very upset because it can be happen, because she had some bad experience. But then I was very upset because I don't know, but I have to tell you in the here also, if this is the way of this example, if it's about life insurance also, okay, suppose it's about me. If I die, if I have to die, it's okay to get this amount for my baby or my husband, okay, but otherwise I have to pay. So now you got it, okay? So that means it's like according to that ticket example, what ticket price is $1. Likewise, we have to pay 250. So that is the cost. Think that way. So this is the price, not according to last example. This is the price. Like, this is the thing we can earn. Okay. So now you can complete the table. Okay, what is the first x value? We can write about the gain, okay? So, okay, what do you think? I will do using only one method. So you can suggest. What do you like? First approach or second approach? Tell me. Yes. What do you like? Second. Costa. Definitely second. It's very easy. Okay, I also like it, so I will. No, I will do. No, I will do that. Then you can check. Oh, okay. So in second one, don't need to think anything. This is the price. Okay. What is the probability of getting that price? Here we have rest. I didn't read a whole question. Here it says, suppose a 30-year-old male has this much of probability of living. So that is the living probability. So do we have to write it here? No. We have to die to get this price. So it will be the complement, not this one, okay? This is the living probability. So what is the dying probability? Yeah, 0.015. Very small probability of dying. Because why? It's 30. Like me, like 30 years. So it's very rare to die. Okay, if I have not any disease, then I have this is it's not possible. Okay, if I am 75 years old, then there is a big chance of dying, but here we have very small chance because it's very young, okay, person. So this is we have very small probability. So this is one column. Okay, this is about price. So the next thing, it's about premium. Here we cannot write it here. I told you it's the cost. We are not going to write the cost here. So the next probability, just write. But what is, suppose you are not paying anything to get that one. If you are, this is your living probability. So if you are alive like me, we cannot get anything. We are not paying anything. So 0. Because we cannot get the price, you have to die, but otherwise you have 0 because you are not paying anything at this point. Okay, so this is the probability distribution. Okay, now how can we find the average expected value? It is this. The first 1 2 3. Oh, it's wrong. 1 2 3. This one. Yeah, the other value we don't need to write, actually it's 0. So this is the only one, but finally you have to subtract the cost. Please remember, you have to subtract. Here it's 150. Yeah. It's negative. Can you see? Definitely. This is life. This is insurance company. They are not doing this thing if they cannot get something. So this is the average thing. As average, everyone will lose $100 each and every month. Everyone. That means, can you see? If you lose something, that means they can get this amount. So if they are a very big population, you know, if it's about, I don't know about life insurance, but a lot of people have car insurance. So each and every person have to lose this amount. So that amount will get insurance company. Okay.
What does the $100? Does that mean it costs the insurance company an average of $100 every year?
Yeah, they will get, but according to our method, the people will lose this amount each and every month. It's about monthly premium. If it's monthly premium, we will lose, averagely we will use this amount, not the total, because sometimes we can earn. So some people can earn, a lot of people have to pay, some people only earn. So if it's about average, we have to add them all and divide. So rough estimate is negative value.
So that's the average cost per year that I would potentially pay for
Yeah,
that program.
definitely. That is the exactly meaning of that part. Okay. Yeah, can you see? if it's about gambling, lottery thing, or insurance, all are very meaningless things. But I don't know about lottery things, but we have to do this because there is a very small chance of happening this thing, this bad thing. Okay, it's bad thing, but that's why we have insurance, so we can cover. But we have to wish, we don't need this price. Okay, you want? No, we no, normally we don't want to die, so we don't. But there is a risk because we have family, that's why we are doing these things. Okay, if it's about car, it's not about it's again same thing.
So the SGLI probably has a higher percentage of dying, so would that increase the cost or decrease the cost? If you have a higher chance of dying.
Then definitely this will be positive value.
Okay.
That's why I don't know, normally according to this country it may be correct, but if you are like 75 years old, then they are not like to give you insurance. Some insurance company they don't like, because they know definitely within 2 or maybe this year he will die, so they are afraid because they have to pay that big amount. Maybe he don't want to complete this premium also, before that he can die because of the age. So at that time the average will be positive value. But according to our one, we have 30-year-old men, so according to our example. So this is the one. This one is very nice. Okay, normal average mean is very simple thing, but in statistics we are actually in insurance companies they are using this method. They have lot of big formulas, they can add everything, and there are a lot of methods. There is special statistics. Okay, actuarial statistics like Bayesian, non-parametric, categorical. In statistics there are a lot of subparts. If you want to specialize in some special part in statistics, we can select. So this is one area of statistics. It's called actuarial statistics. Actuarial. In there we are learning about something like these things, insurance companies, like gaining things, net gain, those things. Okay, now we completed that part. Now we have second section, new part. Okay, that's all about expected value and basic things. Then next section is binomial probability distribution. It includes parameters also, but first I will tell you what is this distribution. In statistics there are a lot of distributions. Okay, the basics ones are normal distribution, uniform distribution, this one binomial. Also there are some other, gamma distribution, beta, lot of distributions, but they are very complicated. But this is very nice distribution, very simple one, binomial distribution. Actually this distribution is discrete distribution. Okay, I told you there are two categories in distributions, continuous distributions and discrete. This is discrete one. The meaning of discrete is definitely we have some countable number of x values in this distribution. If it's a distribution, you have x values and px values. If it's a binomial, you have two possible x values according to binomial, but normally binomial is discrete. It's countable, it has countable number of x values, possible x values. Okay, but binomial is very nice because it has only two possible outcomes. Okay, the key concept, what is this? The binomial probability distributions allow us to deal with circumstances in which the outcomes belong to two relevant categories. Can you see? In this distribution, we have only two categories. It can be success, failure, or acceptable, defective, like head or tail. Likewise, we have only two outcomes. Okay, that's why it's binomial. So we have outcomes with two relevant categories, such as like survived, died, only two ways, yes, no, likewise. Okay, then if it's binomial distribution, then you have to check these requirements. If it meets these requirements, then only it's a binomial distribution. Okay, it should meet some requirements. I will tell you what are those requirements. It says a binomial distribution, probability distribution results from a procedure that meets the following requirements. Okay, what is the first one? There is a fixed number of trials. Trials means like according to our method, it's sample size, trials. How many times you have to repeat your experiment. So that will be the number of trials. It means sample size or simple n. Definitely it should be fixed. That means we can do some experiment, like we can toss a coin 10 times. 10 times means 10 trials. So n is 10. Simple n is 10. N should be fixed. It's always 10. Okay, according to the example. But here it's just n. It should be fixed. The second one is n trials are independent. What is that? With replacement thing, independent. That means total is always same. So if you are doing something, if you doing some experiment, the first trial is totally independent from second trial. It should be. So trials should be independent. Okay, that is the second requirement. The third one is definitely each trial should have two possible outcomes. So if you toss a coin 10 times and in first time you have to toss your coin, then you know definitely you have two possible outcomes, head or tail. So you have two possible outcomes. So if it's a binomial distribution, definitely it should have two possible outcomes. Then we can toss second time. Again, it has same possible outcomes too. It cannot be changed. Always same, independent. If I tell it's we have to flip 10 times, it's 10. Okay, it cannot be changed. The total is fixed. Independent trials, in each and every trial we have same possible two outcomes. Possible two. Okay, it cannot be changed. The last one, each trial has the same probability of success. That means in first trial you have two outcomes. Definitely according to this distribution we have two outcomes. One should be success. Like if it's surviving or dying thing, then we can say surviving thing is the success. Okay, normally. Also if it's head or tail, we can first we can suppose getting head is the success. We can if you want, you can tell getting success is success is getting tail according to your interpretation. It's okay, but anyhow there should be a success, then other one will be the failure. Two things. Then here it says it should have the same probability of same number. Okay, the probability of getting success should be same in each and every time. Like if you have a coin and if it's fair, we know the getting head is half, tail is half. Then second time it cannot be changed. It's the same coin. You cannot get like any other object. The same thing, the same probability. Suppose we have like not fair coin. We have some special thing. We have some special object. Then getting one side is 1/3. The other side is like getting success is 1/3. Getting failure is 2/3. Suppose then second time definitely it should be same. Getting that the success is 1/3. Okay, according to the example. So it cannot be changed. The success probability of each and every trial should be same. Success same means we have two outcomes. So the rest, the complement also same. Okay, according to this binomial method, if success probability of each trial is same means the failure probability also same. Okay, so please remember, you all are very important requirements. Okay, you don't need to check because I am giving always binomial probability distribution, but it's good to know what is binomial probability distribution. Okay, these are the 4 requirements. Can you understand, Costa? Yes. Okay. It's like we have a lot of things. Okay, but it's okay. I will not ask anything, but I don't know about homeworks. Okay, sometimes you will need everything. Actually, I forgot it. You need everything because you have very bad homeworks. I cannot do anything because it's from the it's from the site. I don't like those homeworks are very bad. There are some big sentence. It's really difficult to get sometimes get correct answer. Okay, I saw, but you know tests are very easy when compared with homeworks and quizzes because I cannot manage those things. It's from my lab statistics. Okay, then that's why you need everything, all information about this chapter and this course. You need everything to do your homeworks. Okay, there are some notations. Why we need these notations? Because in our next slide, okay. No, not next. No. Because we have the binomial probability distribution formula. In here, we have a lot of symbols. Yeah, that's why you have to know what is simple n, what is x, what is p, what is q, and what is px. Okay, what is simple n? It's your sample size, number of fixed trials, number of trials. Okay, so it's simple n. Then what is x? X is what? The specific number of successes in n trials. It's something like this. According to your example, if you have a question, then you have to find like the probability of getting 3 successes out of 10 trials. It can be, okay, because if you have to flip 10 times your coin, then we don't know, suppose getting head is the success, but we don't know how many successes we can have. It can be 10 or it can be 9 because we have 10 chances. So the x is the specific number. If you want to find the probability of getting 3 successes, that means getting 3 heads out of 10 trials. Likewise, that 3 is the x, the specific number of successes in your n trials. Okay, that is x. Okay, so x can be what? If you have 10 trials, success will be what? It can be 0. That means in all trials you can have failures, or it can have 0 or up to 10, because sometimes we can have successes in each and every time. We can have success, we can get. That means it vary from 0 to n, simple n. Okay, x can be vary from 0 to simple n. Then what is simple p? This is the thing, simple p. Okay, probability of what? The probability of success in each one trial. Because I told you, if you flip a coin one time, we can get success or failure. Then there is a probability of getting that success. Like according to head tail, we have half chance of getting head and tail if it's a fair coin. So the simple p is getting the probability of success is simple p. Okay, so the getting the success probability, that will be your simple p. So if you know p, the next one is q. It's the complement. Complement means it's the probability of getting the failure. So please remember, if you know p, you cannot find q. If you know p, suppose your p is 0.4, you know the total is 1 always. It's if you have something, the total is 1. So if you know the success probability and it's 0.4, then failure probability is 0.6. Why? Because q is 1 minus p, very important. Okay, so if you know p value, the probability of success, then 1 minus p is your q, the probability of failure. Okay, the last one is what? This is the thing you have to find. Okay, the probability of getting x. What is the meaning of this sentence? This expression, the probability of getting exactly x number of successes among your n trials. So that is the thing we have to find. There is a formula, binomial probability formula. Using that, we can get this answer, because according to your x, it can be 1, 2, 3, or 0, or n. According to that, it can be vary. Okay, according to that, your probability will also vary. This probability is different from this one. Okay, this is fixed. We know already. Before beginning the experiment, we know each and every trial, we know the success probability. because we know, because that is our experiment, but we don't know this value, because here we want to find this, the probability of getting 3 number of successes, we don't know. Okay, according to your P, Q and all the things, this will be changed, because this is the thing you want to find. Okay, you can understand when we have some examples. Okay, according to this formula you can get this answer. So that is the thing you want to find. Okay, I will do it next Monday. Okay, yeah, that's all about today. Please, you have 1 hour, complete your quiz before 10. Okay, otherwise you will have 0. Yeah. Okay, have a great weekend. Okay, thank you.